Hello, everyone, and welcome to Round Glass. My name is Chong, and welcome to today's meditative experience where we will be practicing shamanic journeying. So, some of you were here last week and you might have experience with shamanic journeying. Some of you are new to shamanic journeying, and really, shamanic is a way to describe our connection with nature, our connection to hearing, feeling, sensing, using all of the senses to dive deep into our imagination, into the subconscious, into the conscious, and also into the energetic capacity that we have in our physical bodies to intuitively get messages via either a memory or symbols, almost like a waking dream. And today we're going into a memory of deep trust and of safety, because safety, as you all know right now, it may feel a little bit unsafe in the world. Maybe it feels unsafe just existing as a human being in your own skin. And yeah, there are certain things that we can't control, right? Like before I came onto this live, there were certain environmental factors with construction workers and things, and we had to negotiate, and we created a relationship of safety between us so that we could respect each other's work. Of course, we get frazzled when we're doing stuff like that. And then on a personal level, the imprints of whether or not we feel safe or feel trusting of ourselves in the world is imprinted in our mind, in our body, in our energy field. So in today's journey, I will be rattling. The rattling, if you were here last week, you know that it's really to help bring you into a rhythm, right? So it's the guide to take you into the portal of envisioning. And then when we arrive in that state, I will then take you down into a memory of deep safety, of trust, and of peace, because we all have felt that before. We will start with some breath work to warm up the energy system and through the spine. So when you are ready, let us sit up tall and ground into your sit bones. If you have a knee issue or a lower spinal issue, please sit on a chair. Feel free. You can ground your feet on the chair. Just make sure you're sitting at the front edge of the chair. If you'd like to sit cross-legged on a cushion, you're welcome to follow me on the floor. So let us start. First, close the eyes and place the left hand over the breastbone and the right hand over the navel. And take a full breath in through the nose. And exhale, sigh through the mouth, making a gentle ah sound. And we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, arrive into the present moment. Letting go of any tension in the mind from what's happened before this or what is going to happen after this. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, arriving, anchoring, feeling present. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. All right. When you're ready, slowly open the eyes and place your hands on your knees. We'll start with some cat and cow breathing. Pull your hands against the knees and lift the chin and chest up. Exhale, press the hands against the knees and round the spine down. So it's an inhale to lift and an exhale to round. Now, when you lift, allow the belly button to lift up through the solar plexus, the breastbone, through the throat. The chin is the final point up. And when you round, press your hands against your legs and curl the tail under. Feel the lower back opening, the mid back, the space between the shoulder blades, the neck, the head finally drops. And do that again. Inhale. Fully extend the front up. And on the exhale, press into your hands and extend the back of your body. And now we'll make the breath dynamic. Inhale, like you're sniffing through the nose, and exhale like you're sneezing through the nose. So those of you who practice Kundalini Yoga are familiar with this. We will add some speed. Here we go. So keep on going. You can hear the cadence of my breath. And of course, you can't hear it now because I'm talking, but you find that sense of hearing the breath. We have a sniffing and a sneezing of the breath. And if you need to blow your nose, because this is a purification practice. So anything that gets stuck in there that blocks your capacity to breathe, we need to cleanse and get rid of it. So if you have sort of inflammation or anything happening inside of you, or you're just having a bit of a cold or what have you, then get a box of tissues and blow your nose. Keep the eyes closed when you have it, and really sense into your spine. So the spine is like an antenna. It's an antenna to receive information as to what is happening presently in your consciousness, in the now, and also it's receiving information from the past and also for the future. But today, we're going into the past. And so whatever your relationship with safety right now, whether you feel really safe right here in your room, or in your skin, in your life, or you're not, or you're somewhere in between. We can all use with a little more dose of safety, of trust, of peace, because this is the prerequisite for us to dive into our potential. Without feeling safe, we can't take another step forward. We have to have unwavering trust, unwavering faith in something larger than ourselves in order to move forward. So let's continue moving and warming up through the spine for the last 20 seconds. That's it. Keep going. Last 10 seconds. Keep the water-like quality of your spine. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On the inhale, lift the chin and chest, arch the spine up, open through the throat and the heart space. Keep the breath full for a moment. While you're holding the breath, lift the pelvic floor muscles. And then exhale, press into your hands and round the back like a cat. Empty your breath out, drop the head and neck. Then slowly restore the spine. Take a full breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh through the mouth. And do that twice more. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. One more time. Inhale, nose. And exhale, mouth. Now, place your hands in prayer in front of the heart. Start to friction your hands to create some heat. Equalize the movement between the right and the left, and we'll build the heat for the next 20 seconds. Keep the breath slow and steady, full and deep. And bring your awareness into the slivers of space between the palm centers. So we have 7 main energetic centers up the spine. The palm chakras in the hands are equally as important. They're here to receive information, just like the spine is here to receive information about our environment. 5, 4, 3, gradually decreasing the speed, 2, and 1. Coming to stillness where the palms are centered. Very simply feel the heat in your palms. Take a full breath in. Exhale, sigh through the mouth. On the next inhale, part the palms like you're holding an imaginary orb. You can visualize this orb like it's golden light or something else. And on the exhale, magnetize the hands closer towards one another. So it's like you're playing with this imaginary light between your hands. Inhale to part the hands further away. And on the exhale, magnetize the palms closer towards one another. So as you continue syncing this up with the breath, some of you will have a more noticeably big movement, which is not necessary. Some of you may have a smaller movement. It really feels right, what feels true for you in this moment. So whether it is a smaller movement or a larger movement is besides the point. All you have to do is sync up the movement with the breath. So inhale to widen this imaginary orb and exhale to close it. And if you're not already, keep the eyes closed. and sense in to the spherical nature of what you're holding. Some of you may feel that it is electrical, that it is hot. Some of you might feel that it is more cooling or something else. Some might even feel that it's wet. There's so many different possibilities of what you're feeling on the skin. So touch is what we're getting at without actually touching the hands towards one another. And as you tune into your sense of touch via the skin, become aware of all of your skin. So the skin around your arms, the elbows, the shoulders, the neck, the skin of your face, down through the front of the body, the back of the body, around the spine, the skin around the hips and the legs, all the way up, all the way down. Your whole body is breathing, expanding like your hands are, and then contracting towards the center. Now continue feeling into the energy between your palms, and like you're watching a movie through an IMAX screen with your inner seeing, I invite you to summon this shape of a sphere directly in front of you, about 6 feet, let's say, in front. And as I start to rattle, and you continue to breathe and simply feeling into your breath and into your palms, I will stop moving my palms, but you continue on your own. And once I begin to rattle, I will count from 11 to 1. And when we get to 1, you will arrive back at a time in a place that you are familiar with, that feels inviting, that feels safe, that feels nurturing. And you might know what that time is right now. You might not know. So stay open. And here we go, going back in 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4. Going back, back, back. 3, 2, and 1. And here you are. Here you are in a time, in a place where you are familiar with your surroundings. Notice where you are. Are you outside in a place in nature? Notice the speed in which you're breathing. Are you in an excited state, so you're breathing faster? Are you in a more relaxed state or a sleepy state? Are you alone? Are you with other people? So notice all the fine details of your environment. And then also notice, are you going somewhere? Or is someone taking you somewhere? Or are you leaving somewhere? Is someone taking you away from someplace? So you might be going towards something or moving away from something or somewhere. Or you might just be idle in one place. Wherever it is that you are, going, leaving, note that there is an energy around you that is changing. There's a changing of going or leaving. I'm going somewhere, I'm leaving from someplace. And what it's going to or leaving to, it's leaving this sphere of safety, of familiarity, of where you are in this time. So, you notice that interaction between you in this state and of this moment where you have to travel. And you're not trying to judge the memory or wherever it is that you are. You're just simply witnessing and observing. Oh, interesting. So I felt this way when I was here. And then all of a sudden, as soon as we're going somewhere or leaving somewhere, I felt this way. And so energy is very simple. It's a plus energy or a minus energy. You're either given something amplified or something that's taking from you and it feels like a deficit. And so notice, when you lost that feeling of familiarity, of comfort, of peace, Did you feel that it was going too fast? You were going forward, taken out of safety, out of comfort, kind of like a bullet train leaving the city. And that was overwhelming. It was jarring. Or was it the opposite? It felt like something was missing, like a deficit, like something was extracted from you. You were pulled out of comfort. Or was it something in between? So many possibilities. Now highlight your feeling state. What were you feeling during this exchange? Feel it through your skin. What did your skin feel about this situation of moving from comfort of safety and then all of a sudden not? Your skin is like litmus paper. It tests the pH balance of your environment. Is it acidic, the environment? Is the environment too base? Is it somewhere in between? And you can feel it through your palms. You can feel it. You know through your skin if the environment is sustainable for you. You know if it's healthy for you, if it's overwhelming for you, if it's the most aligned place for you to be in. So all you're doing is sensing. And now fast forward into other points in your life where you felt a similar feeling, another pattern of the same thing. This coming and going from stability, from groundedness, from this sense of feeling very, very safe, very, very comfortable, and then all of a sudden not. And it repeats again. When you're a young adult, from teenager to adult years, you're feeling the same pattern. In your relationships, when you are in a career or a new situation, in a social setting, or what have you, you can see it, this pattern. And it started from then. From the first time you were in this garden of safety, and then you were taken out. And keep witnessing through your timeline, through your life, every single time that you came off center, away from that point of safety, where it felt like you could not trust in your environment, in the people in the environment. Was it because of something that they were saying? Was that part of that process? Was it something that they were doing? And a lot of these things you may not have been able to control or have any say in. Maybe some of the things you did have some say in or some sort of control, but you did not speak up. Or maybe it was something else. And whatever it was, what is the one thing that you, in your present state, in your present wisdom, in this moment, sitting with all of us here now, what is the one thing that you would like to tell your younger self who did not feel as safe or when they were taken out of safety? What is the one thing? And I invite you to tell them that one thing now. I want you to know. I want you to know that what? And then fill in the blank. What is it? If it feels true for you to say it out loud, say it out loud. Some of you might want to whisper it. It has to feel true to you. So remember, the shamans of old and the current shamans now, their meditation is very active. They're always talking and whispering to the winds. So make it active. It's a dialogue between you and old you. Keep on breathing, keep sensing in with the skin. And now your younger self, knowing everything that they knew at that point in their development, has something that they would like to tell you. about that point in time, that moment when safety was exchanged for something else. They have something to tell you. They say, hey, I want you to know something. That what? And then they tell you, listen, what do they have to tell you? Keep breathing, listen, stay focused. And now let that go, whether you received a message from your younger self or not, let it go. Now all that remains is the essence of your younger self and the essence of you in your most current state, the most current evolution of you. And as you continue to breathe in and out with the movement of your hands widening and contracting, widening and contracting, I will count from 11 to 1. And when I get to 1, your hands will fuse at the center, like the sun and the moon, like yin and yang, integrating in the middle. And you intuitively feel it. Some of you will need longer than 11 counts. Some of you might be exactly on 11 counts. You just focus on you. And merging on one hand, you have your younger self. On the other hand, you have the current self. And so the two are uniting. Here we go. In 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so your palms are now united in the center. Take a full breath in. Exhale, sigh with an open ah vowel. Do that 4 more times. Inhale. 3 more. Allowing the sound to reflect this merger between the younger and the current. One more, fully embodied. Now, keep your breath going. The sounds may come to a halt unless it feels true to continue humming. Tune into the energy between the palms. Again, that sliver of space between the right and the left palm centers. That little sliver of space that we will call home. We will call as familiar. That entry point into our feeling space, into our skin, our ability to touch that which is safe, that which is trusting, and ultimately creating a field of peace around us. And so you have this knowing that whatever happened in that first moment when you felt you left the realm of safety and went into some other state, be it excitement or agitation or what have you, know that you just found safety once more right here by remembering, reconciling that wherever you were leaving or whether you were going to or from someplace, that you can always come back to the center point, to the middle ground, to what the Buddha called the middle way. And so here it is, right here in this gesture, between the right palm and the left palm, between the old you and the current you. And here you are holding presence. And so amplify that presence with your imagination. Every inhale, Feel this presence growing, enveloping you via the skin. It travels up through your wrists, forearms, elbows, the arms, the shoulders, the neck, the head, down through the spine, the ribs, the lower spine, the hips, the legs, the feet even. And your whole physical structure is surrounded with this field of safety, of trust, of unshakable peace. And so remember that every time you create this gesture, this is where you are. This is where you are. Take a full breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Slowly blink the eyes open, taking in the room around you with a renewed sense of safety in your own skin, in your own environment. And to close the energy around our space, sweep your arms around you like you're tracing a big orb shape around your body. Palms turned up, very Qigong, Tai Chi-like. And then eventually your hands will encircle above the crown of the head. And then with your palms, send this energy down through the front of your head, through the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the navel, and the hips. Do this 2 more times, inhaling, circling. And on exhale, ground this energy down. 1 more. Inhale. Closing your sacred space, returning to you, right here, right now, with all of this safety, trust, peace embedded into your bones. Thank you so much for going there with me. And so some things that you can take with you as you go into your day or your evening, wherever it is that you are in the world, is that remember that we exist in polarity. There's always a left and there's a right. The yogis and the Chinese medicine practitioners, they charted out the energy flow of the physical body, and the physical body is a direct influence of the mental, emotional processes. And so the left side is very much this energy of the sun. It is this pushing energy of going towards something, towards a goal, right? And then the right side is more receptive. It's the feminine moon-like energy. We just had a full moon, right? So you might have felt more receptive to your subconscious, to your dreams, to the way that you feel and relate to the invisible spaces between you and another person. We call that a relationship, right? And then we want to, so one is a going energy, one is a leaving energy. So we want to bring them together so that it doesn't feel like we're rushing off somewhere or that we're being extracted out of somewhere too fast, too soon. And most of the time when we don't feel safe or we don't feel like we can trust, it's because of these 2 forces. And then we can call them different names. And then we'll say, oh, I'm anxious, or oh, I'm whatever, right? So when we're talking about shamanic wisdom, it's very simple. It's yin and yang. It's going or leaving. It's this or that. That's it. And all we're doing is trying to feel what that feels like in the body, in the bones, and then to bring it into this space. And then we don't really need to analyze it so much. It just is. And that's really it. So I encourage you to continue feeling into that. And if you want to write some things down, what you experienced in your journal, that's also super helpful. And I would like to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to share in this practice together. And I encourage you to practice further, to keep looking for more meditative experiences. And lucky for you, we have so many meditative experiences on the Round Glass app and also on the website. The website link is just round.glass, no .com or anything. You just type in round.glass. So keep practicing, whether live stream or on the recorded meditations. Until then, I will see you for our next shamanic journey practice. My name is Chong. Have a blessed day.